already kind of tap into where your focus is, because we got Seven of Pentacles as well. So right now, I'm going to show you our tarot card start of this new moon reading, which is Seven of Pentacles, and this is recognizing all of the efforts that you've done. This is related to work, specifically like material energy, earth energy, but it can also be the relationships that you have cultivated as well. And you having the patience to see that it will take off. You will receive the rewards of whatever you are working on. You will harvest, these rewards, and having the patience and truly see that slow progress is also progress. But when I read to you communication, co-creation, oh hi, Celia Oxford, hello. So let's read nonverbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, information, multidimensional information, community coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, releasing someone deeper, listening. And that's exactly what I was feeling for this new reading, that I was gonna interact with the community. I realized, like, wow, I never done a live, and well, welcome in the 19 of you right now. Yeah, I think that was coming through for me as well, to just, transmute whatever was stopping you before to trying something new, because Aries season, baby, and you are protected. You are covered in this light, and your archangels and your spirit teams and ancestors are surrounding you, so there's nothing to fear. A lot of you are starting to do light language, so that might be something that you wanna like develop and let this project take off. Maybe if you're sharing it for the first time, light language, if you wanna Google it or just research about it around this new one, that might be something you might be in contact with. Light language could be moving your hands, just moving your hands. Light language can be movement, dance, music, sounds, or literally this sort of language that is really just codes and frequency coming through from source and divine energy. Okay, so this deck, communication, co-creation, card. This deck is from the Lemuria deck, Beyond Lemuria. It's all will be listed in the description box. If you ever want to check out your own deck, channel for yourself, read for yourself, it'll be there. But this deck is all about light language. Basically, the author of this deck painted all of this. The language can be art and painting too. She painted codes in some of the cards. She painted all of these beings that she was able to contact maybe new employees, or maybe working with new teammates, moving in with new roommates, etc., making new friends, reaching out to new communities or groups, attending new classes maybe, because we have this communication co-creation. So let me read you that card from the Nature Whispers deck. We got heighten your vitality. Yeah, heighten your vitality. Tap into the depths of your being and draw on your personal power. If you feel like your energy is low, infuse your mind with the warmth of sunlight and visualize this light, bringing new energy into you. You have energetic reserves to draw on. Allow this energy to boost and to flow through you. Connect with others or do something you love to continue creating the change you need. Spend time with friends, smile, laugh, and share human touch. Exactly. I feel like there's like this need to know that you're always safe by yourself. Like if you need to talk to new people, socialize, that you will have your own vital source to pull on. I mean, there is no need to think that you need to pull from other people, right? To feel enough or to feel seen or heard. There is always a source, a divine light connection from you for you to take and anchor it through you. Like the vitality card was saying, which is beautiful. Just look at this art. Like she always has that source of light, of protection, of clarity to tap into. And there's no need to think that you will be drained if others want to drain you, or if you yourself feel like you just get drained too easily, because believe me, I can see that. I see you like empathic people. You're just afraid to be out there in crowded spaces because you feel like you're gonna get drained, or like you feel like it's hard to trust others, right? Because of your past, and even past life trauma where people have tried to just take and take and take from your light. Or maybe you have been this person who has tried to take, from others, and that is okay. Now you know there is no need to do that, and that you always have the light in you. You can also do candle work. You can also just be in the sunlight, or moon bathe when the moon is full, of course. Now, right now, because the moon is a new moon, it's a black moon, so right now we don't have moonlight. But all that light, fire element, again, Aries new moon right now, so fire element for you to fill up your reserves, like the book was saying. And I want to read to you your animal spirit card now. You got the lamp. This is about meditation and grounding. As you can see, we have here the earth element. So all of that could be essential around this new moon. So it says peaceful, prophetic, patient. Yeah, the patience of the Seven of Pentacles, like I was saying. There's a need to know that not everything needs to be fast, not everything goal needs to be reached right away, or even know that it is going to be reached, soon. But knowing that you're getting there, I think that there's a fact of that, because Aries can be impulsive and maybe quit something because it's not moving fast enough, honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamp's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, receive. When in balance, knowingness, inner peace. When out of balance, quiet, timid, and concerned. And then your advice for this lamp card, it says to bring into balance meditation and listening. Yeah, I feel like that so much resonates with the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. And also because this might be about like job or career or I don't know, area of study for a lot of you. I think that's going to be necessary for you to really ground this energy and knowing that you're getting somewhere and not be worried about like the heavy load that you're carrying, the efforts that you're having to do, the sacrifices, maybe even because you will be rewarded. You already have the rewardings having to start seeing right here, You could harvest this, but why not wait until the full bounty is there for you to harvest? It'll be way more rewarding if you are patient and then you harvest the whole thing, knowing that okay, all of this was worth my efforts. This is what I was talking about, kind of thing. So I'm gonna read you your last card, which are the affirmations to close up our messages. Let me see. It says, I allow myself to ask for what I need. And then we have the second one. I no longer need to hide from myself, for I see and accept all that there is within. This last one says, I honor my wand by leaning into its pain and recognizing the role it's played in my becoming. Yeah, so there's definitely a need to accept yourself as you are right now, because it is already enough. And yes, you no longer need to hide. And I think that comes from you actually recognizing the pain, like you were saying here. Recognizing the pain. You can screenshot this if you wish. And knowing that, and as long as you understand that pain, it doesn't need to be resolved, or even eliminated. But as long as there's understanding, it is gonna be soothed. It's gonna be a soothing feeling of like acceptance and inner peace. You're gonna be able to overcome any obstacles and adapt and know how to flow in any situations. Knowing you're safe as well. And asking for what you need is part of that. Like this guy was saying, this affirmation very important, I feel, and this new moon energy. Asking for the resources that you need, asking spirit even for the light that you need. Maybe there's a need for you to like validate this online. Maybe asking spirit and your spirit team, archangels and ancestors to show themselves to you and really like let you know like, hey, I'm there, I'm holding you. You don't need to lose hope. You can keep being motivated and keep going on, even though the progress might be slow. You can be patient and just meditate on how to recognize this pain, right? And how to like flow with it, like talk to it, and how to ask for help from others, of course, when you need it. Alright, so those are the messages that are coming through with this new moon. I thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next